Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Today, our main goal is to defeat the boss of the Undead Parish, which we reached yesterday. Or perhaps in the last episode. It is actually yesterday for me, it might not be for you. And after that, I'm not entirely sure. We may go and clean up a couple things that we missed in the Undead Burg and the Parish, or I may just keep going. It's impossible to say at this point. Thankfully, we have this shortcut to get back up here quickly. And as you can see, the Baronique Knight, that big black armored guy that we fought yesterday, and the Channeler, who was standing up above the pews there, are no longer here. They didn't respawn. Thank goodness for that. Baronique Knight isn't so bad. You know, one hit might kill you, but he's pretty easy to avoid. That Channeler, though, makes the nearby hollows very much a pain in the butt. Oh, come on now. Don't be trying to dodge me. Alright, we are going to go fight the boss fairly soon. Just real quick first, I want to buy a couple more pieces of Titanite from Andre that I can use to upgrade this weapon. I think I can upgrade it one more time. I think it's at +4 before I need to start finding large Titanite shards to upgrade it. And we should be able to get a hold of some of those.
Well, hello. You seem to need anything.
Actually, it might be a little bit. That's fine, though. We'll be fine with our scimitar +5 for a while. Yeah, now I have to go to... Oh, that's right. I don't even have the ember. You need to find a specific item called the Big Ember to give to Andre here.
Don't get yourself...
So that he can upgrade your equipment past +5. We may get that in this video, I'm not entirely sure. And we'll spend the rest of our souls on levels. 14. I like to keep things even. We'll go for a little bit more dex next time. And let's go hunt us a boss. Hopefully we'll be able to summon someone. If not, there are multiple NPC summons, as a matter of fact, that we can use. Either way around it, I don't think we're going to have too hard a time with this boss. Ah! This guy, this one cheeky bastard, keeps trying to dodge my attacks. Oh, shoot, that's right. I forgot that I can upgrade my Estus Flask again. Should probably go do that before the boss fight. Make sure we get the most out of them. Also, I'm going to show you a cool little thing here. Hop off that elevator early. You'll be able to walk around up here. From here, you can roll onto this. And now we're on these steps that we can take up to this big crow's nest. And that is important. We will use that later to get to an area, as a matter of fact, but we weren't going to do that yet. We're not quite ready to go there. However, when we do, we're going to need that key. So, might as well take it now. Oh, good. Down here. Ah, you may remember Lautrec here, who we freed from his jail cell in the last episode. We're gonna come back and visit him pretty soon. But for right now, you guys have waited long enough. Let's get to this boss. Equipped with our +5 scimitar and our S10 Estus flasks +2. Let's double check out here and see if there are any summon signs. These steps are where a lot of people like to put them. I must have rested at the Firelink bonfire. Didn't mean to revive these guys. Oh well. Oh geez, I forgot about you. I should not have. It was foolish of me. Access denied. Ooh. Balder leggings. I shouldn't have gotten excited because it's not even that variation, but there are two types of these Balder Knights, right? There's that type with the, shoot, I can't remember the exact name of the weapon he has, but with the more rapier style fencing a little bit. And then there's the ones with straight up shield and sword. Well, actually those guys have shields too, those little round things, but then there are the less dexterous sword and shield combos. And they have a chance to drop what's called the Balder Side Sword, or also known in some circles as the Baller Swag Sword, which is truly a fantastic weapon at any point in the game. It's got a really long reach, it's got a nice move set, and I believe when it's upgraded, it scales extremely well with dexterity. Actually, I don't think I've talked about scaling yet. That's on your equipment. You can see the param bonus in the bottom left there, on the left side of the stats screen. Those letters tell you how well the damage of your weapon scales with the corresponding stat, the bicep there being strength and the hand being dexterity. I don't remember the exact values, but in this case, B for dexterity means that for every point of dexterity, you get a pretty decent amount extra damage on the weapon. Whereas the D for strength is not quite as good. Here, we can summon our buddy, the Knight Solaire, who you may remember all the way back from the first episode. He gave us the White Sign Soapstone. Praise the sun. Alright, here we go. There's going to be a quick cutscene, and I'm going to let it play. I really like this one. Terrible dodge. Far too early. Far too late. Good grief. Not off to a good start, are we? That's okay, we'll make up for it. just need to get my chops back for this boss. As you can see, we can actually tear through it pretty quickly. Oh, but once we get him to a certain point, his buddy shows up, who thankfully has significantly less health and is equally easy to tear through. Ooh, gargoyle. Excellent. Thanks, buddy. Well, I was trying to wave at him. Is select not the... There it is. Huh. Wonder why I couldn't do that. This is actually the only way to communicate with other players in this game, through the gesture system. In Dark Souls 1 anyway. Dark Souls 2 added the option for voice chat. I don't know. I would consider myself an advocate for voice chat in most games, but in this, there's something about just gesturing and kind of being able to communicate like that. I don't know. I really like this game. So now we climb the bell tower and achieve our first goal. Which is to ring this first bell of awakening. There is a second one, however, that is, whereas we climbed up to the top of the church to ring this bell, we are going to have to go underground for the second one. And that'll be a high old time. You may or may not remember Oscar, who is the knight that saved us from our prison cell in the first episode, mentioned the legend or the myth or something or other about an undead ringing the two bells of awakening. How do you... Okay, just hold B in this one. Ah!
Greetings. I am Oswald of Careem, the part thou appearest to lack faith. Yet magnanimous are the gods, cometh out to confess, or to accuse. For indeed all sins are my doing.
I really like this guy. He also gives us the best gesture in the game. But, he's really helpful, in fact, near necessary for a first-time playthrough. I mentioned before how you can hit shopkeepers and other NPCs and, you know, fight them and take some of their stuff, yeah? Well, if you're to do that accidentally, it doesn't really matter to them. They still don't like you anymore, and you can't buy stuff from them, and if you go near them, they will be hostile and try to attack you. But as long as you don't kill them, you can go to that guy up in the bell tower and have your sins pardoned, which costs a decent amount of souls, but not unreasonable, depending on, I think, the number of sins you've committed in the game or what particular NPC it was against. I can't exactly remember. But it's not too bad. I had to do that once in my first playthrough. I'll point out there's a specific NPC I absolutely thought was an enemy. I'll point them out when we get there. Now, what next? I think really quickly, I'm gonna rest this bonfire, level up a bit. There we go. Nice even build. And then we're going to leave through this little door here next to Andre, which I avoided on purpose earlier. Because look at this guy. Now, he's kind of acts as the guardian, I suppose, for the next area. Well, it's not the next area we're going to be going to, but a possible next area. And he's actually not that bad. These guys are called Titanite demons. And they're very, very important. Most of them don't respawn. However, they drop a very, very valuable upgrade material that you will need in this game to upgrade all the really cool weapons in the way. Oh dear. Don't want to die here. Yeah, they drop Demon Titanite, and I can't remember if there's anything else you use it for, but I know you use it to upgrade, if not all, at least certain boss weapons. Which is to say, weapons that you make from the souls of bosses you've defeated. I know. Pretty cool, right? This guy loves hanging out in these corners where I can't get behind him, and that sucks for me. One more, there we go. There we go, and Demon Titanite, exactly what we wanted. Beyond here is Darkroot Garden and Darkroot Basin, which you may remember I mentioned in the first episode. There's a tower in the Undead Burg that we can take to reach the bottom of the basin. Once again, you know, 2 ways to get into the same area, this huge interconnected world. I love it all. And out there is Sen's Fortress. A rather infamous area for the Dark Souls community, for good reason. We will get there. That's one of my favorite areas in the game. Oh shoot! I should mention before I forget again. It's not really the place for it, but I already missed the proper place to mention it. You can cut off the tail of the first gargoyle in that gargoyle boss fight and get a pretty interesting axe for it. It's not particularly good if I remember correctly, but it is fun. And there are actually several bosses with tails that you can chop off for a weapon, some more difficult than others. That one's generally pretty easy. I made a little bit of an effort to go for it, but I don't know, I'm not too mad I missed out on it either. Alright, we're going to come back down here and we're going to deal with Lautrec now. Because here's the thing. If you let Lautrec live, he will kill the Firekeeper for this for Firelink Shrine here. And this is bad for a couple of reasons. He kills her Anastasia Vestora? Something like that? Shoot. No, it starts with an A. And what that does is it puts out this bonfire right here, which is terrible. Just terrible. That is this is one of the most central points in the game. You can get to a lot of places from here. And not being able to spawn at that bonfire is terrible. He kills her and runs off with her. You get an item that you can use later in the game to invade his world, like you would use the cracked red-eye orbs to invade another person's and fight him. And that's a difficult fight, and you can use that to get the soul back and put it back inside of her and restart the bonfire. But honestly, it is just better to deal with him here, if you ask me.
I have your reward. Please accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's...
Yeah, that guy's not shady at all, right? I'm trying to decide how I want to deal with this guy. Part of me wants to fight him for real, but I also want to get on with things, so I think what I'm going to do... equip this weapon so that I... Oh, that doesn't have a kick either. Straight sword hilt. That ought to get the job done. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to...
Well, what
Oh
have we
dear.
here?
There we go. Kick him off. You can see he died. We got souls for it. And now we're just going to exit the game real quick. And this is... You know, he fell over the ledge, and he dropped an important item that we want, which is now over the ledge with him. That's no good, of course. So we're going to reload the game, and it's going to appear back up on the ledge where he was sitting. Here we go. Some humanity, and the Ring of Favor and Protection, or the FAP Ring, as some people like to call it. Let's put our scimitar back on here. This is a crazy, crazy ring. It boosts your health, stamina, and your equipment load. But if you take it off, it breaks, and you can't repair it, you can't get it back, it's just gone. There are actually two, I think you can get a second one in the game. I don't believe they stack, but I suppose it's so that you can remove one once. Honestly, though, I don't think I ever take it off. There's really not much of a point to. It's just one of the best rings. Let's go. Some more endurance. Alright, now with Lautrec taken care of, what next? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next, we are going to continue. We're gonna set it up so that we can continue next time. We're gonna go down to lower Undead Burg and fight the Capra Demon, who will be our next boss, although we probably won't get to him in this episode. I'm just trying to remember the best way to get where we need to be for this. And I believe it's this way. Which again, I know I've said it so much, but I can't emphasize enough how much I love the world design. Like, from this one location, there are at least 2 ways that I can think of off the top of my head to get to where I need to go, and both are fairly viable. Barely tapped him, but I'm not gonna complain. Rat burrow. Oh hey, it's you guys. Oh, good lord! Look at the jump on that one. No fire bombs for you. No swords for you. Thankfully, no dragon is here to scare us this time. You are such a pest when you come in from the front. Alright, now here, gonna rest. I'm about to try something a little dangerous, and I could very well lose my souls. So, I wanna use one of my souls of the lost undead here, so that I can level up. It wouldn't be a tragic loss to lose those souls, but since I'm thinking about it, there's no reason to lose them either if I can help it. Alright, now we're gonna come back up here, and you may recognize, here's the bridge with El Drake on it. We're gonna bait him into burning all those fools. Oh, and us apparently, because we're silly. Duck and cover. Made the exact same mistake. I should learn at some point. Okay, you know what? There's a way to make this much... Oh, I don't have a bow. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna go for it. And we made it. Woo! You may remember I mentioned dead ahead. If you can distract him and get into that room, there's a bonfire there that you can use to get to the Undead Parish a little more easily. Now, here we have the basement key, which we picked up from behind the portcullis, I think is the term, in front of the Undead Parish, behind the armored boar that I didn't end up killing, unfortunately. And this is our method for getting to Lower Undeadburg. If we go up these steps here, we can open this gate. Hey, does this look familiar? It should. We're back in regular Undeadburg. Oh! First one missed. Ah! Once more. Those jumps. Just at that bonfire real quick. Okay, actually, I was about to go do some exploring in Lower Undeadburg. I think I'm going to save that for the next video. Thank you guys for joining me today for episode 3 of Let's Play Dark Souls. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. If you like what you see, feel like it, please leave a like or a comment with some constructive criticism or any other discussion. And if you want to continue with me as we journey through Lordran, please subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you have a good one. Bye.